Shalom, Koholo Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shemakakadash, the monster of the apostles, the monster of the elders, agree most of them were well taught his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, just preach this word and truth and sincerity through our four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hopeful elect, and the sparkle bird, and want to say shalom. So I'm gonna get right into it, man. We've done so many videos over and over, exposing this devil, all right, the issues of small heads, over and over. Scriptures do it. The Lord called us to do it over and over, exposing this devil that he's not the people of the Lord. He doesn't follow the law, statutes, commandments. He's not bringing out the true language. All right, it's a bastardized language, Yiddish, okay, a German Slavic mix, thinking that he can do better. That's the spirit of Esau, Edom, man. As we'll get in the scriptures, all right, he's not the people, man. He is not the people. Once again, we've done so many videos. Even his own people come out and say that they're not the people. Right? You go to the relics, it shows you not the people. The Bible shows you not the people. You ain't got the spirit. You're not the salt of the earth. Okay? With the Balfour Declaration, you try to position yourself as the people, man. Putting yourself through I'm gonna just say the cost. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about. Trying to say put yourself as through the curses, so-called. You don't fit the curses, man. And that event, that happened, that you made happen, which was white on white crime, Edomite on Edomite crime, I should say, was to try to fit yourselves as the people, man. And it doesn't match up. You're at the top, and the true Israelites are on the bottom, man. And I'm just go ahead and play this video, and we'll come back. Dude makes a couple points. The Israelites being scattered. This so-called white man, he ain't the people, man. You out there burning pretty much the highest skin cancer is over there in our land, man. Why? Because you ain't there. It's dry. It's barren. Because you're not the people, man. Let's go ahead and play this video.
Very important that the white Jews that we see today have no bloodline connection with the Jews of the biblical period. They were converted to Judaism in Europe and in Russia. They were converted and have no bloodline connection with the black Jews who make up the biblical Israel that the Bible writes about and of which Jesus was a part.
Well, what happened to the black Jews?
The black Jews are still in existence. There are black Jews in America. There are black Jews all over Africa. There are black Jews in Palestine. There are black Jews everywhere. Diane's daughter complained not more than 2 years ago that black Jews had moved on either side of her house, and therefore her property had depreciated in Palestine. Black Jews had depreciated her property. Jews had moved directly from Palestine to India, and the community celebrated its 1900th anniversary or something, and they had white Jews who had emigrated from Europe and black Jews who had originally come from Jerusalem at the fall of Jerusalem, had an uninterrupted straight line of connection from the fall of Jerusalem to India. All over the world there are black Jews, but the Zionist Jews who had been converted to Judaism have taken over the control of the definition of what Judaism is, as white people do with anything. If they come into it, they take it over and define what it is, as you stated in your introductory statement. So we have to remember that white Jews, when you see them on the street, are not the Jews of the biblical period. And that sometimes confuses black people who ought to be black Christian nationalists.
All right. Dude made a couple good points, man. But let's sprinkle it with some scriptures and some true understanding. He was talking about 70 AD, pretty much our people being scattered, the so-called white man not fitting the description of the people, man. Let's get this right here. Song of Solomon 1:5, I am black. Now you go into that word black, because Jake loves that word black, man. He loves it. All right, but you have to go into the definition. You have to go into the Hebrew, and it's kadar, meaning dark skin. Now these issues will read that, and their minds are so twisted. They think that they have to wear all black, man, and the little twisties in their head. No salt, no nothing, man. All right, but this is talking about the skin. All right, but comely, handsome, beautiful, man. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. All right. So Solomon was a dark-skinned man. And hey, giving you a gem for those that are new, King Solomon is also Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus. All right. King Solomon came back as Yahushua. All right. And that's a lesson for another day. It's Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and against thereof language. They are black, all right. Kedar, dark skin, unto the ground. They cry, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. All right. Once again, they're dark skinned. Okay. Let's get this about Moses. Here it is. Y'all over here proclaiming that y'all the people of the Lord, but you definitely could not withstand the sun and the brutality that the Egyptians had put upon our people, man. We was out there in the sun. We was out there building up Egypt, man. Just like you had us build up this new Egypt, man. You wouldn't be able to withstand that sun. So here it is, Moses right here, Exodus 4 and verse 6. And the Lord Yahweh said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and where he took it out, and behold, his hand was leprous. All right, pale. Okay, pale as snow. You see that? But check this out. Exodus 4 and 7. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again, that pocket again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it turned again as his other flesh. All right. What is his other flesh? He was a dark-skinned man. Moses was a dark-skinned man. All right. He's an Israelite, a dark-skinned man. All right. Now, don't get it twisted. As the brother had said, our people are scattered abroad. So our people are going to come in looking like the other nations. Sometimes it just takes one generation. An Israelite man, can lay you down with an Israelite, with a heathen, and produce Israelite children looking like the heathens. Okay? That's what happened in the book of Acts. And our people had to show that they were of the descent of the Israelites. And if you couldn't, as you read in the Bible, it was like, nah, man, we ain't having that. But, the Wadi al-Bashmi al-Shah, we're here and we have the full truth. As the scriptures say, the spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of power. So a lot of us don't have that genealogy, and the Bible's, pretty much forbears that. You got to know through the spirit. All right. You got to know through the spirit, because you may be looking into that genealogy. All right. Israelite. And then you go all the way down. It might be your forefather might look like an Edomite, and he'll probably be a Jake, and you might be messed up on that. Or he'll be an actual Edomite. But we'll know through the spirit, man. And that's why you read in Matthew 13, the wheat and the tares, man. The Lord said, let them grow up together. And it's going to be the angels, are going to be the ones that's going to sift, are going to be able to tell who are the wheats and who are the tares, man. All right. But through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord has blessed us, we understand who the Israelite foreigners are. Hey, a lot of us were Israelite foreigners, man, before we came into the truth. We were Greeks, all right, falling after the ways of Babylon. You read the scriptures, You know, that's acting like a heathen. That's being in the mind state of a heathen, man. But coming into this truth, man, our minds is renewed. Koholo Yahweh Shemi Shah for that. All right, because you see these 2/3 out here, they doing nigga shit. So you consider them as a heathen. and that's pretty much also the issue that they had in the time of Acts, in the time of Peter and the apostles, man. You know, they would look at these dudes or some of these dudes that were in the Greek captivity and they will forbear them, man. They're like, nah, we don't want these dudes. Nah, but the Lord was calling them into the fold, man. And that's what the Lord is doing again. There's nothing new under the sun. All right, and now you see, you know, you had brothers around the world preaching his word, preaching the name of Yahweh Shemi Shah. Let's get back to the point, though. This is Matthew 24 and verse 15. Now, this goes into 70 AD. Okay? 70 AD. And as you read in the scriptures, it's the time of the Gentiles, the time that the Gentiles will rule. Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of thereof, just roughly paraphrasing. All right, so we got next. So right now it's prophesied that Esau, Edom will be in the power seat. Matthew 24 and verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, all right, because this was spoken in the book of Daniel, stand in the holy place, who's read it and let him understand. Let him understand. Now right here it's talking about 70 AD, verse 16. Then let which be in Judea flee into the mountains. So a lot of our people fled. When 70 AD happened, these are Romans, all right, which are Edomites, came down upon the Israelites. Our people fled into the mountains, all right? They fled all over. A lot of them fled to parts of Africa, man. And that's where, that's where Esau, Edom, and him got a lot of our people, man. And you also had the sub-Sahara slave trade as well. Those Ishmaelites did our people dirty, man. So they got hell coming to them as well. But once again, this is talking about 70 AD. All right, fleeing to the mountains is, man, they just fleeing everywhere. All right. Once again, this is part of the scattering. Let him which be on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Now, you can apply this today as well. In the time of Jacob's trouble, man, hey, when it pops off, you may not be able to go to your house, man. You may just have to go. Just go, man. Or you're going to get jacked up. All right? You may be trying to get your car, man. Just count it as a loss, man. Just go, Jake. Okay? Maybe trying to get your clothes at your house. Just go, man. The Lord said he's going to clothe us, and feed us, man. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. You see that? And woe unto them that are in child, and take them that give suck in those days. You see that? Man, you know, the hell that the Lord had brought upon our people. You know, you do your research, man. This Esau, Edom was ruthless. Through the Greek captivity, Roman captivity, man, do this captivity as well, man. Dash our little ones to the against the stones, man. So this man has a lot of hell coming to him, man. But pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath. Now you can do that as well. Pray to the Lord that your flight be not in the winter or on the Sabbath, because the times that we coming into is harsh times, man. We gonna need the Lord. We're gonna need the Lord. But I'm gonna get this passage in Babylon 2 in Timbuktu. All right, as it says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD. You see that? General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state. Now we know Jewish-ish. All right. It's a suffix. So we really know, you got to eat the meat and spit out the bones. We know it's talking about Israelites. Jewish is a new term. Okay. Jews, Israelites. Okay. Really, Jews is for Judah, the kingdom of Judah. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That was who were under the rule of the Romans, while the northern kingdom was over here in the Americas. And some may have been scattered abroad as well, but the majority of them were over here in the Americas, while while the southern kingdom was getting jacked up and fleeing to Africa and other parts of the world. And then the Holy Roman Empire came through when the fall of Rome came. All right, that's when Jake was ruling. And Jake got it twisted because they think that it's going to be the Holy Roman Empire over here, man. No, this place has a judgment coming to it, man. But getting back to it, with great slaughter, you see that? With great slaughter. That's why people fled. During the time period of the military governors of the Palestinian, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it was estimated that over a million Jews fled into Africa. You see that? Fleeing from Rome persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black, all right, which is Kadar, dark skin, because we not black. All right, we're different hues, different shades of brown, of Jewish slaves. Okay. So boom, that's just one of many books exposing that we are the true people of the Lord and these Edomites are not. All right, I believe that's it. But I'm gonna go ahead, close it right there. Lord, when it's edifying, I want to give all praises going on to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Karkadash and Wa Abba Baba.